I saw this on Joe Rogan. It's, of course, this like Karen type liberal that is pushing the fat agenda. It's like okay to be fat. You know what? Let's just watch the video. Let everybody see this for themselves.
I heard about this too.
CRFI. If you're like many women, you've been to a birthday party or a small office gathering, an event that's meant to bring people together. There's swinging tunes, some adult beverages, and good convo. And then it comes time to cut the cake, and someone decides to ruin everything.
Oh my God, that slice is huge. That slice is bigger than Beyonce's paycheck. Can you cut me half of that?
A cake-related fatphobic incident, or CRFI, is that moment.
Wait a minute. Cake-related fatphobic incident.
They have an acronym for this?
That is insane. Okay, so people have way too much time on their hands.
Right, I didn't even know office cake was taken so seriously.
Wait a minute. She's got a whole damn dry erase board with shit on it. Cake-related fatphobic incident. There it is. I can't read the rest. Well, she'll explain it. Yeah. First off, do you think she's the life of the party at this
or did
office
she
party?
Eat the party?
She eats the party, man.
Crazy right there.
All right, let's
see.
When it's time to eat delicious cake and it's interrupted by a moralizing impulse. Inevitably, there's always someone at the party
you mean portion
who
control?
has to declare publicly that their slice is too large, and that the person who's cutting the cake, almost invariably a woman, must do some disproportionate amount of labor in order to accommodate their need to feel superior. Let's take a look.
Okay, first off, why did she feel the need to say a woman cuts the cake? I've seen guys cut cake before.
I have.
I mean,
I don't listen. Cake cutting. I want to say you cut the cake how big the cake is. If it's a square cake, you're getting a square piece. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm kind of guilty for that too, man. Because except for Tres Leches cake, I don't know if you know what that is.
Tres Leche, yes.
Man, I'll be like, give me the biggest damn slice you can give me. But everything else, I'm like, just cut me a little bit of that. I don't need a whole slice.
And then I think it's really, to me, I'm a germaphobe. Listen, there's a lot of people coughing and sneezing around the cake. Yeah. I don't want a big slice of that.
Get your hands away from my cake.
Yeah, get your hands away from my cake. But go ahead, let's see what this portion control is.
Can you do a little bit, just like, can you like scrape all the frosting off and cut it in half and give me 2 forks, because I'm sharing. Smaller, like a little bit more, like tiny, no, like less than what you're, smaller, please.
Could you just cut my piece into 12 equal symmetrical little pieces and put each one into a tiny little Tupperware so that I can have a bite for each month of 2018? Thanks.
I don't know.
Smaller.
Let's take a step back and view what's happening through a critical feminist lens. CRFIs typically happen in environments where there are primarily or exclusively women. Women are disproportionately negatively affected by diet culture because diet culture maps onto sexism. Like many parts of diet culture—
No, it does not. When you just portion control, it's all up here in your head. Don't eat so much.
It's cake.
God, I don't care what it is. It's not like.
I mean, the way she's looking at the cake. I mean, well, you know, they say cake is just like, you know, they call it food porn for a reason. But look at this.
Well, a lot of I can't. I know some women that came out and told me they eat a lot because it's a vice. It gets them through depression.
Oh,
it gets them through like a bad. Yeah, like What is? Let me see something.
It just got me through the munchies.
A lot of it's kind of like guys that go out and get drunk whenever they're pissed off or they need to allow some steam.
Yeah,
Women will eat, and some of them will eat cake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I never had a cake hangover, but
a sugar hangover.
A sugar hangover.
Significant performance component. You have to show others that you are being good. Controlling how much you eat is part of what it means to be a, quote, good woman.
Now, see,
this kind of behavior is a way for people to keep other people in check through food moralizing, surveillance, and policing.
I can't believe they made this video with a straight face.
These are the mechanisms that are at the core of diet culture and weight control. control.
What are they-
The idea that you can position yourself as superior to others through self-control and self-denial is super sexist. CRFIs have a
is that-
history of creating a hierarchy
Can we
among
get this
women
right?
and
Listen to
She's
that again.
ultimately
saying by the
maintain
way I cut the cake is showing how I'm
yourself as superior to others
Superior?
through self-control
Yeah,
and
I want to hear that again because
Yeah.
that's the biggest bunch
That's
of
the-
bullshit I've ever heard in my
means
life.
to be a, quote, good woman.
a good one.
This kind of behavior is a way for people to keep other people in check through food moralizing, surveillance, and policing. These are the mechanisms that are at the core of diet culture and weight control. The idea that
What is she trying to say there?
Core and weight control because Susie cut your piece big and you asked for it to be small. So Susie looks at you and like, so you're trying to be superior over me.
Because I want to cut you a big piece of cake, or because I'm requesting a smaller piece of cake from the cutter, I'm trying to be in control. We need a woman here to talk about this because I am
I
mind
didn't even know
blown.
that this was cake rules. You got a guy like me behind the mall. Look, can I just get a piece of cake? I got to get back to work. We only get 30 minutes here, people. And you guys are talking about portion control. We ain't even made it to the present yet. Like, come on.
And let me tell you something that might piss a lot of women. I doubt there's women listening to this anyway, but none of these women look like they work out. And if you can work out,
Be
you
careful.
don't have to worry about the cake you eat.
Be careful. You don't want to. I'm telling you.
I'm just saying some gym time, bro.
They got
some gym
groups of
time.
people. They're going to come at your mic. They're going to tell you that you're bashing because none of these women that's picking up the cake don't look like they missed any of the parties.
They didn't miss any of the parties.
They was there for the
They ate
Christmas
all the
party.
cake and ice cream.
They got the.
They had all the chips and queso dip.
They got the New Year's Eve party. These women look like they was stuffing their feet in the shoes. And you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The people who look like they got muffin tops off their shoes
Oh
be the
my
first
God.
ones.
Let's finish this video
Yeah.
out.
you can position yourself as superior to others through self-control and self-denial is super sexist. CRFIs have a history of creating a hierarchy among women and ultimately in maintaining misogynist
I'm so sorry.
expectations.
Hey,
Oh,
you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
CRFI.
Oh, we can't listen to you again,
No,
girl.
okay, no.
Like you couldn't even lose weight and be cute, but the other ones could.
Oh, yeah, that's the thing, though. Like, it's cake, people.
It's cake, man.
And you know what? For the most part, I'm not going to lie. I don't know. I'm in the office, but I'm pretty sure you've been to a lot. Nobody eats the whole cake anyway. Most of it gets thrown out.
Every time I have a party and there's cake, nobody touches it, man. Because
Oh.
there's always other things there to eat, like cake is
wings.
eaten
And
at.
to me, I'm not a big cake eater, but I didn't know that was serious. That was cake conspiracy to the 10th power there.
Cake
Mom,
conspiracy to
that
the
is.
10th power.
You to tell the people screaming, she's trying to control you from portions of cake.
All right,
What's
let's see what this
guy?
one's all
The
about
boys
here.
are turning. Young boys are
Set this
turning
shit up.
conservative.
I think this one might be kind of political. Well, I guess that last one was sort of kind of.
He's got an axe. Is that an axe?
What's he gonna do with that axe?
Yeah.
And like, we haven't seen these videos.
Nope,
I've
nope.
kind of like I've browsed them, but I haven't watched the whole thing.
That's the whole point. He gets a natural
Yeah.
reaction from him. I got a question, a cultural question to ask you after this. It was a bit controversial before I came here, and apparently, a lot of people think, but looking at this video reminded me of it.
This looks like got crazy white guy with an axe. What
Hey,
the hell's about
in
to
the
happen
woods? In the woods.
here? All right, let's see what this video is about.
Young boys are turning conservative. We need you to influence them. Straight, white, left-leaning millennial man.
I thought I was supposed to take a back seat so that more marginalized voices could be heard.
Okay, yeah. What do you want?
I want immunity. I want to say things are gay and retarded, and I want to make jokes, and if I make a joke, I want you to think about what the joke actually means instead of getting scared of the words.
Okay, you got a deal.
I'm not finished. I want you to stop using the word mansplain and stop comparing men to bears.
Anything else?
Louis C.K. He's my favorite. And he has good things to say.
Mansplaining.
What's that sound? Is that the Department of Education being defunded?
Okay, people can like what they want to like, and we'll stop using our perceived moral superiority to be cruel to others.
Cool.
What are you doing out here anyway?
I was just pretending to chop wood.
Young boys are turning...
Pretending to chop wood.
All right, that was kind of
I like that.
cool.
I like that was good. Yeah, I mean, and again, you got to walk on thin glass. This is just how I feel, and I'm gonna tell everybody. You are where you are, and we are who we are. But you're given these undefined roles that are placed upon you, and no matter which side of the line you choose to be on, each side of the line has rules. So I always say, this is how I say, like, when the shit hits the fan, no matter what line you choose to be on, the line you was born on will come out. Yeah. Meaning, it don't matter how much is this beautiful lady who wants all of the equal rights as a man, and that's the way she feels, so be it. But if shit was to hit the fan, meaning that it came down to your life and we got to survive, you're going to run behind the man. I'm not going to run behind you no matter how much equal rights it is, meaning that, you know, men and women and children always was put up to continue life, and the men went out and fought. So you got to play your role. If shit hit the fan, I don't care how much of a equal lady you are and you got the rights and you're going to be treated as a man. If men, because men usually do the fighting, they're usually the first ones that have to handle real aggressive situations. No matter what you think you want to be, you're going to have to deal with the best product put forward to keep our civilization going. And as much as I love, and I do love women, a man is built different. And if I had to say, hey, we need to defend our land against whoever decides to be a threat, I'm going to put the best product out there. And right now, men are the best thing going. We're built different. So if stuff hits the fan, everybody's going to fall back into their natural roles of what I call, and women can do stuff that men can't do. Men can do stuff that women can't do. That's why we are built to be separate but together at the same time. And when you try to explain that to people, they think you get into this, oh, you're being a chauvinist. You know, no, it's just reality, right? Yeah. I have more torque in my hand. I can open up
common sense.
Common sense, right? Yeah. You see how he's swinging an axe? Yeah, well, right? You put 10, I'm serious, you put 10 women up there, and unless they are so-called butch, they can swing an axe like a man, but you ain't going to clear as much lumber as I do.
Well, he really ain't swinging that axe.
No, he isn't.
Conservative.
But,
you know, we need to influence them.
That's the only thing. I mean, I'm all for it, but that's the only thing that, you know, where you got to do this and you got to, no, we don't. Let's just everybody just calm down. But I do think it's getting a little out of control. You start coming up with words, mansplain.
Like, man, that's like the worst thing. I hate fucking hearing a woman say mansplain. Like, you can't even give your opinion or tell someone the proper way to do something without being accused of mansplaining. Right. It's like just a way that I wouldn't. Left-leaning women. Yeah. It's mostly left-leaning women. That's just a way to attack and demean men on the right side for the most part.
But there's stuff that we don't understand that they do.
Yeah, I don't say womansplain though. I don't think I've ever went to a woman and said, "Hey, don't womansplain that to me."
Yeah,
how to fucking needle and thread something or crochet. Oh,
or whatever it may be.
Whatever it may be.
Right. Like I said,
womansplain how to change a baby's diaper to me.
I mean, I'm not for nothing, but in my opinion, women are better cooks than men. There are some great men chefs, but every time I'm gonna put it to you like this: every time I got a good decent meal, it was from a woman.
Really?
And I got
how many men have cooked for you though?
Oh, zero. No, except for the chefs that I go to the restaurants and stuff like that. But I mean, but at the end of the day, I mean, I don't know. This, like I said, this is my opinion. Mm-hmm. If I'm in a restaurant and I see a chef comes out, I know he went to culinary school. That food's good. Mm-hmm. If I'm at home and I'm in Thanksgiving dinner, I want to see my grandma come out with the turkey or something. I feel better if the women. I feel like there's love and care. Not to say a man couldn't do it, but I feel better if women put it together because that's. Not saying that's what they're supposed to do, but I just feel like, like you guys know your way around. You know how to love. Like women have more love and cherishing and nurturing. That is what you're really good at. I do. I'm not. I just, I can learn. I can try, but I can never start crying over watching, Lifetime.
I can't say anything on that because I get fucking Lifetime. Emotional over fucking cartoons, man. I'm like, God damn.
He said cartoons.
Yeah, I'm terrible. But anyway, just to wrap this up, man, I think what's going on in this video, you're actually seeing happening in real life now because just like today, like Mark Zuckerberg came out and said how they are going to get rid of fact checkers and they're going to this more community notes like the X platform has, doing away with all this DEI shit That's their goal is to not punish users for getting their content taken off by mistake. What they're doing now is they're going to focus more on like terrorist stuff, child pornography, sexual stuff,
more important,
which
stuff.
they should have been
Which
in
they
the
should
start,
have been, which they
in
should
the
have
first
been.
place.
Yeah.
And you can see what's going on with Zuckerberg, because in the past couple of years he's been taking Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and he's been around all these alpha males that are primarily Trump supporters. And
So
what
you
solidifies this,
you learning me something.
what solidifies this is he put Dana White on the Meta board.
Okay.
They have a chair, and Dana White's on that board. And Dana White's fucking all over Trump, bro.
The fighting guy, Dana?
Yeah, Dana White, UFC.
UFC. He
UFC,
put him on
Dana
the
White.
board of
He
Meta.
put him on the board of
Facebook?
Meta.
Director of boards?
Not the director. He just sits on the board now. So if him and
I love
Zuckerberg
doing
have
the
that
show with you.
kind
You
of
bring me
relationship, you know where Zuckerberg's leaning now. He did a complete 360. He's on the bandwagon. He's on the Trump train, man.
Oh,
So
180. So
yeah.
I'm telling people because I used to say the same thing, and I had a nerd tell me, Don, if you do a 360, you'll be right back where you started.
Oh, 180.
He did a
My
180.
bad, dude. Took me a minute to get
yeah,
that.
They was like,
Zuckerberg's not the only one. You got like Fetterman that is he a senator or a congressman out of Pennsylvania?
Yeah.
He was on Fox News today, and he's a Democrat, and I didn't like him at one time, man. But now he's a common sense guy. He agrees with a lot of what Trump's putting out, but he also respects the Democrat side. He's a common sense Democrat.
Right.
Very few of them, man.
I like the way you said that.
Yeah.
You're going to see, in my opinion, more of that in these next 4 years. Because so much has happened. You're going to see people that say, okay, we want to start using this brain that's in between our ears.
Yeah.
But that's wow. I did not know that.
awesome.
You tell me a lot of good stuff. I appreciate that, man.
Yeah, man.
Jiu-jitsu, huh?
Yeah. All right, let's get out of
Let's
here,
get that
man.
one.
Hey, we'll catch y'all on the next episode.
See ya.
Peace.